Everyone, welcome back to my channel again. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm not going to try to over apologize. That's just going to take forever. But I'm glad to be back. I'm just going to post as many times as possible. My phone is dying. Anyway, today I've got my paperwork day, meaning that I have a lot of paperwork to deal with. I'm going to be slow to speak to anyone. I have spoken to 3 clients today, but I like to do my paperwork with so much focus, really. But you cannot really run away from speaking with clients, especially if they are booked to speak to you already or they really need to speak to you. It's an emergency. All right, I took last week off and I'm really happy. If you hear any noise, it's just because the extractor is on. I think some people actually forget that a solicitor's job is paperwork. So if you do not know, I am a solicitor. I'm not your solicitor. I advocate at court, so I don't always spend all of my time on paperwork. I'm so distracted by my hair, but don't worry, paperwork is going to be seeing my hair today, so it's not really a problem. Leave it like if you love to braid your hair, or leave it like if you just love very easy hairstyles. I applied something on my face. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm also going to put some face cream. It's the L'Oreal face cream. It's not really my cup of tea to apply a lot of facial creams and all of that, but I know that's very important, and so I'm trying to have these days when I don't have a lot of makeup. So if I have like a paperwork day, I don't have makeup at all, except I'm seeing a client. I'm really trying to look after my skin now because my skin is not as healthy as I would like it to be. I find that, you know, your skin is not healthy if you're stressed or you're not eating right, and that is me at this time. I've decided to have my food at night because, in as much as I like to tell myself that I eat healthy, sometimes I eat too much of a healthy thing. I've got a fitness channel, but I'm just gonna put all on here. If not, I'm never gonna do YouTube. It's just too much work. I do YouTube because I like to be creative, and also, well, all work and no play makes you really dull, and believe me, you get very dull as a lawyer because you're just working. You can actually forget family, forget friends, forget yourself, and one day you wake up. I mean, when I mean you, I don't mean myself, I don't mean you, hopefully, but people wake up and just think, where have I spent all of my life? Like, nobody, you know, is on their dying bed and thinking, oh, I wish I had some more work to do. Well, say it's night, but believe me, if I were to wait for the night, I never will use this. So I'm just gonna go on my face. Yeah, looking after yourself is so important. If you do the kind of work that I do, if you run your own business or you have a busy life, you know, for children and all of that, you might actually just forget to look after yourself. I'm really trying to make time. Like, my time just really flies. My gosh, my hair has to respond to me. Like, I'm talking to it. Like, you have to respond to me. In that, I buy so many glasses that I just never wear. So I've put all my glasses in one place, and I want to really start, you know, wearing them. I've had this for a while, but I need to clean it. But it's just such strong, you know, glasses. The frames are strong. I bought this last year, and I bought 3 colors. For some reason, I have no idea why. So I'm gonna wear the yellow ones today. This is what they look like. They're quite nice. They're quite small. I'm wearing green today. You know that I always wear black and white. So this is really different. Just believe me, this is a new me. I'm gonna be making more time for myself. Let's just say I'm finding myself again. I'll put them on and I'll let you see what they look like. That is funny. Gosh, I think I'm gonna break the glasses. They're so small. I look like a little clown.
Don't worry, she gave them to Tammy. Telling her to get out of the car, she was refusing to get out of the car.
She refused to get out of the car.
She was jumping up and down.
Alright, guess what? You're in my video. Well, this is going to be my spray of choice. I'm not a perfume person. I think I've said it on many of my channels, just basically because every time I was pregnant, I just couldn't use perfume at all. I bought these from TK Maxx. They were for like £8. Actually, a room fragrance, but just believe me when I say I don't mind smelling like a room. Is that even strange? So today is Friday. I think I picked up the camera one of these days, but I just never could vlog. I have no idea. I was just so busy and I couldn't really tell you everything that I had done on the day. It's quite difficult when I have a paperwork day. I find if I'm going to court, then it's easier because I can speak to you while running. But then I'm thinking that in my videos, I always look like I'm running. So I'm going to try to make more videos where I look a bit calmer so that you don't think that this job is a no-no. So if you do not know, I am a solicitor in the UK, and I am not your solicitor, so I don't give advice on this channel. I just like to be creative by making videos, and I also hope that my videos inspire you to do everything you want to do and even more. And also I want for people to have answers to questions that others do not give them. So sometimes I talk about money, which a lot of people are shy to talk about. So if you have any questions about money in the legal field, leave a comment below and I'll respond to you. So today has been very, very, very great, and I'll just tell you a bit about my day. So for this week, really, I haven't been to court, which is very unusual because I'm a litigator. It just basically means that I spend a lot of my time in court. But this week has been very different. I've spent a lot of my time in papers. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of paperwork. Some people actually see the paperwork and they just don't know how to cope. So people need to be able to digest information, to interpret information, to sort documents. I find some people don't know how to sort documents, so some people can't even sort documents in alphabetical order. If you want to do this job or any job where you're dealing with a lot of paperwork, you need to know how to sort papers. So today, so this week has just been about really sorting papers out and just really putting my paperwork together before I go back to court next week. From Monday, I'm in court every other day. August has been a bit quiet with going to court, but September is practically fully booked every other day. So it might be that when I go to court, I just take you along one of the days. Anyway, so I've had paperwork day and I've had 2 days this week when I've just seen clients. Tuesday, I saw clients from 9 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. And today I have seen a lot of clients. And one of my clients has been kind enough to bring this. See how beautiful it is. Absolutely beautiful. So as solicitors, we are, I don't want to say not allowed to take gifts. I personally don't take gifts from clients just because I just don't want any issues. principle really is for you not to take gifts from people where, you know, there is a conflict of interest. You then cannot speak up because they've bought you a gift, or you practically have misused the trust of the client. You know, some clients are now vulnerable, and some solicitors take gifts from them, and we do have disciplinary actions against solicitors, you know, who take an advantage of a client. So I think that's the main thing. Personally, I just don't accept gifts because I just don't want a situation where in future somebody says, oh, I keep having all these messages coming, oh, by the way, you accepted that gift, and so, you know, I just don't want any issues like that. Sorry, I keep getting so many messages. So I'm just going to finish off paperwork before I go. I like to finish up my paperwork before I go on a Friday because it just allows me to enjoy my Saturday. I find if my paperwork is not well finalized on a Friday, I mean, you kind of finish the job. It's impossible. There is a lot of work to do, but you prioritize. If my paperwork is not in order, then I find that I don't necessarily enjoy my weekend, as it were. I get really pressured. What is your most pressuring day? For me, I would say it's a Sunday. A Sunday because I need to balance home life with work life, and sometimes I feel like I'm not well ready for work life. So Sunday is definitely that day where I'm thinking, I wish I could have more time. And for other people, sometimes people are really pressured on Monday. I think if you look at statistics, a lot of people actually have a stroke or heart attack on Monday, but don't quote me. But for me, it's definitely a Sunday where I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be Monday again, I'm going to go back to work. And I took 1 week off just to rest, and it was very helpful because, you know, I always say on this channel, health is very, very important. So I'm going to finish up my paperwork. I'll just show you some papers that I have here in front of me because clients always like to look at this kind of paperwork. Let me show you. So I have paperwork here that clients can pick up. There is information about mediation. Mediation is compulsory for family law cases. So if somebody is going to start a family law case concerning children, concerning divorce, then they must mediate. You don't have to mediate if, you know, you have suffered domestic violence. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense putting two people in the same room who are fighting to mediate. Mediation is where just one person, called a mediator, asks for two different people. It's different with litigation. Litigation is war. I just like to call it war. You have two different solicitors acting. You don't always have to sit down in the same room to mediate, so you can have an online mediation where the mediator speaks to each individual at different times. Then I have another one here for maintenance spending order. It's family law as well. If you have a spouse and you're separated or divorced, you can apply for them to maintain you. Yeah, and this really is just for when the maintenance order has not been paid, you can enforce it. Then this is for civil litigation. If you do not know, I do family law and civil litigation. I do probate law as well, and I do employment law. I also do conveyancing, but I do not do residential conveyancing. I only do the commercial conveyancing. So this is for registered judgments, which is, you know, CCJs. Some people don't know, but a CCJ is a county court judgment. So when there is a county court judgment against you, sometimes it is registered. So it's just really for you to think about what they are and think about whether you're able to remove a CCJ by paying up the sum for the debts. Actually know that if you pay off the debts around a certain time after the court has pronounced the judgment, you do not have a CCJ. Some people don't know. It's very important information, and it's best for you to know how that works. So I need to eat something as well. I've ended up having some sugary stuff today, basically because I was a bit worried that my sugar, my blood sugar level was low. I do have an Apple Watch, and I would normally check to see what my blood pressure is and all of that. Not necessarily blood pressure, but because I've been having some kind of dizziness. So I would say if you work so hard as I do, and believe me, I have no shame, I work really hard, please make sure that you're eating well, you're sleeping well. If you're not doing that, it just stops you in your tracks. You never want to be stopped from working, because what's the essence of working like you were dying anyway? So make sure you eat well, make sure you sleep well, and it might be I pick up the camera tomorrow. Do you like my shirt? It's a Ralph Lauren shirt, and I like it because it's just easy, and because it's Friday, I decided not to wear a suit. Oh gosh, my hair just really speaks volumes. I don't know how to tongue hair. I just don't have the time for that, and that's why, you know, I always like easy bobs or easy fringe hairdos, but this has a life of its own, so I'm gonna have to braid my hair at some point, but I'm just hoping that I braid it afterwards, because from next week I'm in court, and then September is all court, so it's easier for me really to braid my hair and just deal with it. I'm gonna be seeing my sister and my goddaughter tomorrow, so who knows, they might be in my video, they might not want to be. All right, I'll speak to you later. Bye. So I decided to look at what the SRA, which is our